Hey guys, so welcome to this tutorial. This is part 2 of the series Folds Rendering. If you have not seen the part 1, then you can go and see. The links are mentioned in the description box, or you can click on this iCard. So here you can see that I have taken a reference from this picture and I have drawn the silhouette nicely with my pencil, and I'm also roughly drawing the folds wherever I want to show the folds. I shall be using only these two pencil colors from the Staedtler Luna watercolor pencil range. These are water soluble and I guess most of you are familiar with these pencils. So let's see how this turns up. So the first step would be to give a nice base to my fabric here. You can refer to the picture that there is lots of toning going on. Some are light colors and there is a lot of shadows. So this is the thing we are going to blend with our pencil colors. So we shall start with the lightest of our base color. You can see that the base color is blue. So pick your own color, whichever you want to give. If it's blue, then start with your blue pencil. And here you can see how I am nicely rendering the shirt with my pencil color, and now I will apply wet brush to bring it in the watercolor form. Guys, this tutorial is not about a realistic approach to the reference image, but I just want to show that how we can pick out the major folds from any reference picture and how we can blend those folds in our illustrations using different mediums. Like in this tutorial, I have used only Staedtler pencils, and you can do the same using watercolor as well or any other medium as well, which I have shown in part 1 of this series, and I will be showing more techniques in coming parts. So whenever I do this kind of blending works, I prefer using my Polychromos pencils because those are wax based and they blend easily. Whereas the problem with this Staedtler Luna watercolor pencils is that they don't really blend well with each other, and the layering of the pencils over one another is not really possible, which you can see if you try it by yourself. But still we can at least work with one or two shades of the pencil colors, and let's see how the blending looks here. So my base color has dried completely. Now I'm using the same pencil color to just give the fold lines, and you can see that I have kept my pencil very sharp, which will help you to give this kind of nice blending strokes. So guys, now refer to your image very carefully and just see that where you can see the dark shadows, and there you apply your pencil color and leave the area where you see the white portion. So this is how you are going to pick out the areas of shadows and highlights from your reference image, and you are going to blend your pencil colors accordingly over your illustration. After you are done with your first pencil color, move to the black and apply it over the extreme dark shadow areas, and then you blend with your first base pencil color. So yes, using only these two pencil colors, you have to blend everything nicely. Also, in part 1 of this series, I have explained how the pressure of our hand matters a lot while giving the pencil strokes. You can see in the reference picture that how the gradation from the darkest area to the lightest area is going on, and this is the same thing we have to do with our pencil colors. So the pressure of your hand matters a lot while giving the strokes. So guys, with little practice you will understand that where you have to give the dark shadows and where you have to apply your maximum pressure to put the more emphasis and color from your pencils, and where you have to just lightly blend the colors to give some light shadows. So yes, this is the trick. Talking about the paper, that which paper I'm using currently, I'm using Bristol art sheets, which is quite smooth and good for pencil blending works, and I shall be putting all the links and the list of the materials down in the description box. So here, just immediately after using the black, use your base pencil color, I mean the pencil color which you have been using all this while. Use that same pencil color to blend the black. I mean, keeping the black just like that will make the black come out more and it will be in more contrast, and we need a proper blending. For that we have to use the same pencil color to just blend the shadows well with the base color, and that's why use your base pencil color to blend the black also. So guys, if you ever get confused that from where to start blending or how to give the folds, the first easy approach would be to first give the light strokes of the folds. Here you can see how I'm first giving outline to the folds, and then I'm slowly coloring the area along with my pressure from the hand, just slightly pushing my pencil towards the fold line, and then I'm giving the soft blending of the color. So yes, this is also how you can do. So guys, if you are trying this technique, don't forget to share your artworks with me over my Instagram. This is the Instagram handle. Also use the hashtag ArtStudio by Shrabani below your artwork. It will be easier for me to just come across your artworks. Also, if you have any suggestions or recommendations, you can either comment down below or you can send them directly to me over the Instagram. So here you can see that I'm using the pencil color for the final blending, and also you can use an eraser to erase out from the areas where you felt like there has been too much pressure from the hand. So you can erase out from that part to make it little light. So guys, in this blending tutorial I have not used any blending tool or any white pencil which I like using when I'm working with my polychromos, but I think this also looks good if you are working with Staedtler Luna pencils, and if you don't have many materials with you and you just want to work with your pencil. So this is the approach you can try to do your own blending works. Okay guys, moving to the next one, I want to show here how we can do this two-tone rendering on this beautiful satin fabric pants, you can see that how the contrast is going on between two shades. I mean, if you can notice nicely, you will see that how the gradation is going from extreme light color to extreme dark color between this orangish peach color and this brownish peach color. So just as the first approach, I shall begin by giving the base color here, whichever I can see on this image. And if you don't have the exact colors, and no worries, you can do your own color rendering. And I have picked out a color which is exactly same or near to same to the base color, whichever I can see. So it's not an issue. You can pick out any color similar to the colors you can see on the reference image. So now you can see that I'm using a brown color to do the folds rendering. So this is where the things get little different. I mean, we are not using the same pencil color to give the folds, but a different pencil color which is totally in contrast to my base color. But we will use the base color pencil only to blend this pencil shade. So yes, this is an approach you have to follow when you see two different tones of a color on a single illustration or any single fabric, which you can see on this image, that how two tones are going on together and the contrast or the gradation is quite smooth. So we will try our level best to give this kind of gradation on this illustration as well. So guys, here you can see that I have used the same base pencil color, that is the creamish color, to do the smooth blending. And you have to apply lots of pressure to just blend everything nicely. So the similar rule follows here also, that if you are confused that from where to start the blending or how to give the folds, you can see here how I'm just giving the fold lines and then I'm slowly building up the intensity by blending and giving some more strokes. So here you can see how I'm using the base light color to give the fold lines, and after that I will use the brown color to put more emphasis on the folds. These Staedtler Luna watercolor pencils can be little difficult to blend like this in the pencil form, and you can see that it may not give you very extreme smooth blending, but what we can do is that just sharp our pencil nicely. And you can also see how I am holding my pencil very nicely and giving the strokes uniformly. So you have to make sure that your pencils are sharpened enough to give very uniform smooth strokes. You can use your eraser here also to give the light strokes. I mean, wherever you feel like to make the strokes more light, you can use your eraser in that portion. So guys, here you can see how I'm using the light pencil color to blend everything nicely, the dark brown strokes to merge everything together. So blending is very necessary. You should take time and blend everything nicely to bring the smooth transition in the folds. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and let me know in the comment section below about your views. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe it and I will see you all soon in another interesting tutorial. Till then, keep illustrating, keep drawing, and take care.